So good morning, everyone. So today's session is going to be crafting journeys with technology. We always know that we have an understanding of our client journey, but how can we actually incorporate our technology through that journey, right? So in this session, it's going to be basically understanding our client journey, the role of technology in shaping the client journey, because technology ain't going anywhere. So we need to understand how we can embrace that one in our business. We are then going to kind of mention to you what the bow tie marketing concept is all about, because we always understand this funnel, sales funnel. So let's see how we can incorporate the bow tie marketing with technology, maybe some practical steps and best practices, as well as an opportunity to ask questions as well. My name is Joanna Sherrow. I'm born and raised in the Philippines. I was actually came here in 2015, migrated, and kind of just went into and just creating things that I feel that I could be of service more to businesses as well. So in 2016, I just realized how small that one is, isn't it? But in 2016, I started network marketing business, fell in love with the concept of personal brand. I always say, especially if we are a small business, us as an owner actually is the best brand representation, right? And this is one of the key things that we need to understand. I'm a self-taught designer. I actually started learning Canva. I'm part of the 55 Canva experts that Canva actually acknowledges. So I do a lot of Canva trainings for small businesses or for entrepreneurs or individuals. I started building website in 2020. I went full on as a LLC, fell in love with understanding client journey using technology. I'm a stepmom. I do have two adult sons already, Jameson and also Jordan. And I do have an amazing support husband as well, Jeff. In 2023, I started working, went the license, created the brand EmpowrSoft to offer software as a service. Because as business owner, we have a lot of technologies. It can be too much overwhelming. Like, which one would work, right? And that is what we would love to talk about. And we actually just recently got our minority women business enterprise. So I'm just another milestone that kind of sharing with you all. So let's take a pause about your client journey. Do you understand the journey of your client from the time that you build awareness to the time that you actually end up selling or closing and really nurturing your clients? Do you understand each of those level and each of those component in your business, right? If not, let's try to figure that one out and create clear marketing activities, tying it up together with also technology. So the client experience or the client journey encompasses all of the experiences that your client has go through from the time that they're aware of your brand through the post-purchase interaction, right? So how does this all go together? So this is what a traditional marketing is. You might have seen this one elsewhere, the usual sales funnel, right? You have attract, you want to nurture, you want to convert, and then you want to engage. What are the activities that you are going to create in order for them to fully purchase your business or your services? But the thing is that on a normal funnel, you do attract, nurture, convert, engage, and then go back again, right? Nurture, attract, nurture, convert, engage, and it's like a cycle. But here's it. What if there is a better way, right? Because again, each of the stages in your funnel, in your client journey, you want to make sure that you have two main things that you want to acquire. What if you have the acquisition, the N went down, or the retention? So this is basically what I call like the bow tie journey. So think of it this way, right? So normally a bow tie journey it's the holistic approach that visualizes the client journey as a bow tie. And then it emphasizes on the pre-sales and the post-sales of your business. So think of it. As a business owner, we're so hungry for acquisition. How can we acquire? How can we get clients, right? How can we create activities? And then we tie it up with technology, because here's the battle that business owners at times, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of technology out there, but what is the use of that technology in my client journey? Now, as mentioned, right? So this is like the concept I love us as business owners to think about. what are my activities in the acquisition side, which is the left side of the bow tie. The middle of your bow tie is basically the knot, right? That is then the purchase. That is when the purchase decision and the conversion point of your client First, journey. We always have the regular funnel, right? Just a regular funnel. So let's make it as a bow tie. This is now like your regular funnel, right? Wherein that is the acquisition. But then you then think of the left side. These are your retention activities. What are this? So this is more action driven. You tie it up with a marketing concept or a marketing activity. You then identify technology or software that can help you in nurturing, in attracting, and converting and engaging. And then once they purchase, you then put them on the left side of your bow, or right side, sorry, if I'm facing this one. That is then you would love your clients to be an adapter, a loyalist, an advocate, a brand ambassador. Because we all know, right? Acquiring new customer costs more. Like just the marketing effort that you have, just the number brochure, the cost of being an exhibitor, right? The cost of a new business card. But if you actually boost your customer retention by 5%, just think of activities, it actually increases your profit to 25 to 95%, right? Because selling to an existing customer has 60 to 70% success rate. Why is that? They know your service. They know you provide quality work, right? It's easier. They've gone through the process. And if these are the things that your customer knows, it's easier. So you need to find and figure out what are the activities that you can go back, right? If we go back, what are your left side activities and what are your right side activities? This is where we spend a lot of our marketing on the left side. And this is where we also want to invest on our existing clients. Now, so as we go back, right? But here's the thing. We still need to create efforts to bring in new clients. We love word of mouth. We love building relationship, right? But how can we then still continually find new clients, the new breed into our business using technologies? Because especially if you're a solo entrepreneur, I could do networking maybe I could do 2 networking in a day, like a lunch and learn and then an afternoon networking. But after that, like, I'm tired. And then you know what I end up sometimes because I'm doing proposal at night. I'm pinging my business partner, like, what's your price in this? And then, Joanna, you're still awake at 10? Dude, this is the only time I can do code right now. So, so it really takes a lot. So how can we make sure that we still continue to find new clients and also make use of tools and technology into our business? So the first time, right, we have attract, nurture, convert, and engage. This is the acquisition activity. So think of this as channels. So when you attract, the first thing that we do is that build your personal brand and then use channel platform that you can actually use to bring it more to your audience, right? Being aware where your audience is very important because then you tie up with a technology or a software or a platform that can help you with that. So let's say I need to create social media content, right? Which platform would that be useful for you? Sometimes, right, as a business owner, I mean, we're bombarded with platform every day. TikTok is in, Facebook just changed algorithm, Instagram just did some update. There's a lot of things. But if we really just say, okay, I want to batch my content, right? Do your content, do your graphics, and have a social media planner and push it one day sitting, schedule it all for the month of August. Then you use the tool, whether it's Meta Suite. You can actually use Later is actually a scheduling tool that you can use. EmpowrSoft, which is part of our software platform, we have a social media planner for that. So that is a good way to do about that. Ads. Would you like to go Google Ads? Like, what are the things and activities? So as you can see, as I mentioned, the client journey, it always understanding where your client is and then what marketing activity you would like to tie that up, and then identifying what tools or software that can help you market more and that audience in that certain stage of your client journey, which is very important. So referral, right? So for example, why is referral? Yes, like BNI is a very good example, right, of referral. Now, how many of us have multiple business card in front of our desk? Like just like from networking. And no one is tracking those. We're not like we're so busy, we're not putting it in a spreadsheet. What if you have an app that scans a business card and then captures all the information and put it in your CRM? And then you can then tag it and just say, I met Joanna in Lexington Minority Business Expo. Now when I look up, oh, I remember her. All of these things. What if you can have that one? Is there a tool that existing? Yes, there is. EmpowrSoft has that one as well in the app that we have. So networking is very good, and that's always it, right? That's why we network, because we want to get business cards to have conversation and to close that deal. So that is your attraction. So another thing is nurture. Channels such as email marketing, SMS marketing, surveys, or feedback are very good to nurture your clients, right? Now, Constant Contact is an email marketing platform. Most of the chamber really love Constant Contact. I've noticed that one. And nonprofits as well. They love that one. It's much easier, right? Twilio is an SMS marketing. So based on data, can point out really the percentage, but higher open rate is now SMS marketing, right? And have you tried this when you do shopping? Summer bathing suit. Well, summer's almost done, but you know how like, oh, you want 10% discount. Leave your email. Pop. And then another pop-up. Another 10% if you can give me your phone number. As a business and as a marketer, people are always on their phone. And usually in the marketing, we call it in segments. So we submit up to, for example, 160 segment. So we need to make sure that the text message of marketing SMS that we do are direct and really just front. Like for example, Labor Day sale 10%. Click here. Like direct and clear call to action. So basically, SMS marketing is starting to be open more than email marketing. But email marketing won't disappear, because in email marketing, you can then lead them into automations. Okay? So you convert them, of course, your website. You can give coupons. You can give all of these other activities. You can engage. Did you know that we can automate, right? So you know how those like on social media, they say, hey, comment DM on the comment. And then it gets triggered in your DM. That is a workflow and automation trigger that businesses are doing, because I can't do it every time 24/7, right? So we need to find out how, again, work smarter, not harder, and technology is making that a bit easier. There is a learning curve. I would really say when people say, is it easy? I said, it will be user friendly if you take a bit of the time to also kind of see what functionality you would love, or hire somebody else to kind of make that easier for you, right? So ManyChat is actually those chat automation for DM mostly. You have Zendesk as well as our other tools that you can do. We also have the automation with EmpowrSoft as well to engage. Now, this is going to be the left side of our funnel, all right? So I am giving you ways of example name of tools that maybe you can look into and what you can use it. So we'll start off, because this is the right side of the bow tie. We can start off with adapter. So you can craft personalized welcome email. And you want to make sure that you use, we call it like custom value. When you get an email, your name is really there. So we actually tell the system, right? Make sure to use the first name when you send this one out. And make sure to edit that. Sometimes I see like, hello, and then caption because it was the wrong. I said, oh my gosh, I hate that one when that happened. Then we go back to our marketing team. And then, sometimes when it gets sent out, it's sent out slowly and you can't stop anymore the campaign. So you might just have to like swallow it a bit next time. Let's not do that one, right? So that's what you want to do. So in an adapter side, we're going from the bottom to the top. So you want to encourage social media shares of their purchase. Like, hey, make it easier for them, like in the email or in the purchase, like share button, like share to Facebook, share everything. Have a clear direction, maybe an arrow in your design, like, hey, share this one or share here, right? when you create marketing campaign that has clear call to action, or what we call CTA, right? Call to action. People sometimes know what to do next, but sometimes you really have to tell them what to do next. Like a clear button, a clear click here, or submit here, or subscribe here. So you want to be able to do that one. Provide coupon on your next purchase. Like, how many times have I actually gotten, I purchased this, you know what, how many times have I really purchased things because I saw on Instagram the latest, that flip eyeglasses. I really enjoyed it. I had that one, and then the next thing I know, I purchased it online. The next thing, I got an email automation that says, hey, thank you so much for purchasing. How about a 5% discount on the snap frame that you can on the next color, or we have another special. So you see how the journey, it's intentional. And when you understand that from the time they're purchased, I want them to do this, and then I want to offer this, and I want them to do this again, you are thinking of your client sales cycle, right? Because sometimes you're only the front. I'm guilty with that. Like, just the first end, like, just buy. Let me just put you in front of the door, and then I can take care of you. But if you really plan it out in a way that you are acquiring them and you are retaining them, it is really much more easier, because you would love to go wherein your client is an adapter. They are a loyal customer, right? You can upsell, you can invite them on a new purchase. And then also, you want them to turn as an advocate, as a brand ambassador. Like, I have been like, so one of the core things, I started Canva as my way of designing. And I was passionate about that. Canva opened the doors for me in the design space. So I started being a buyer. I started teaching it online, and Canva noticed that, hey, I like your content. Like, we have a Canva certified creative. We'd like to invite you. So what we do, so now they tailored it fit more to 55 plus Canva verified expert. So basically what we do is that we test their new features. We create trainings for that one in our own time, or somebody company, I can offer my time to teach their team. So I became a brand ambassador for Canva, right? And that is what we want in our client journey. So at times, right, if you have multiple brand ambassador, you can't just be monitoring them. Let's say like, oh, Joanna gave me that. You need a tool to monitor your, that's what you call like affiliate marketing, right? Affiliate people or affiliate people. And you want to convert them into this. And there's a lot of way, like invite a VIP for the company event. Maybe you have that one, right? In the email, and only targeted on those businesses or that you have purchased. And here's the thing on what technology can really help is that you can tag buyers. So when you have a shopping cart, right? They purchase, for example, your X, Y, and Z hair product in your salon. You can actually incorporate in the back end that when this form is submitted, do a tag that this is a client, then tag the product, like descriptions. So when you do your email marketing, I then say, only send this email to this customers that was tagged with this description, right? So now and that's what we do. Like sometimes like it's really a planning out to make sure that you utilize all of this workflow and automation. And that's one thing that I really love on how business should be. So the role of technology is in shaping our client journey. Here's what actually technology really does for our business. The 3 E's that I would love to emphasize. Enhance operational efficiency, empowering data-driven decision-making, elevating customer experience, the 3 E's, right? And sometimes if you want this, of course, there's a corresponding cost, right? Because when you buy platform and software, but then how does enhancing operational efficiency? One of the core things that I really understood during my corporate days and also I implemented in my business is the power of SOP, standard operating procedure. And yes, we have it on an Excel, Google sheet, right? And everything. But then we tie it up on technology that can help us, such as onboarding. What tool I use for onboarding? I use Dabzado. That's where my contract is, my invoices. That is for my website and marketing agency. We use that one, right? It creates efficiency because now we have all the templates that my project manager can use and just send it out, right? And then our SOP goes hand in hand with that, with the help of technology, that even when my team is asleep, if someone sign up, we can just collect it and send it out, right? So it creates that efficiency. Improving data-driven decision making. When we use the very first part in our client journey, right, we always think of marketing. How can we market? How can we attract? And in order for us, the first thing a lot when people work, like, Joanna, what's my ROI? Like, if you're going to charge me, like monthly fee for marketing services, what's my immediate ROI? And sometimes as a business owner, the first thing that comes to mind is the monetary ROI. But at times at marketing, it's actually data is what you're paying for. And when you have data, it helps you then identify which direction you can go. Such as, for example, Facebook ads, right? Sometimes you have an ad A and an ad B. The same, sometimes copy, just different graphics, right? And then you use then the Meta or the Google Analytics to see. Like, for example, we started with the Google ads for EmpowrSoft because we want to see what keywords people are using. CRM is the first thing. We've noticed that 34 to 45 women in particular are the one who's checking our website out, right? There is still men, not that much gap. So as an entrepreneur, if you have a marketing team or you are the marketing person, it just gives you a little bit like, where am I spending this? Because before when I started, I was all over social media, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and everything, right? But then I realized I build more connection in LinkedIn. I love nurturing in Facebook, right? So I just focus on those and I just repurpose everything and besides that. So I use a social media planner, EmpowrSoft, push it all in. One click, push it all in. Like imagine you doing like 5 social media platform. Like I can't do that one. That's just too much, right? Now, elevating customer experience. Here's the thing. Speed is our number one challenge as an entrepreneur. People like fast. They're so used now to fast, 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 right? When you don't get a response on a DM, like for example, there's one experience. So I started to do a meal prep here, and every time I go to Florida, there is a business called Clean Eats, and I love their meal pack. And I realized they are in Kentucky, but they are not in Lexington. So I have to drive 50 to an hour in Jeffersontown before the Louisville. So they're there, but they say that they're coming to Lexington. I keep saying the owner, please make it soon because my mileage is getting way too much here, but it's okay, right? So why am I sharing this example? Customer experience. When I follow them on Instagram, I cannot DM them because it says you can only send a message if the owner or of that account follow you as well. So I had to go. Good thing I was patient. I'm aware of the brand. So I went to Facebook because I had to make sure that, hey, if I'm going to order in Sunday right now for the meal prep, can I pick it up right away, right? That's just one thing. It's a 1 hour travel for me. So I wanted to make sure. So imagine if a client, that's your business, and the client was not as patient as me or was not familiar of your business, right? I'll disappear. I just go to the next one. So if you kind of am aware, okay, it's always the question, do I make it easier for customer to purchase my product? It's always that. How many steps does it take for them to purchase? You know how sometimes like you click here, it opens again. You click here, it opens it. Like, I just need to check out. Take my card. Like, I'm ready to give it to you, right? So there are a lot of strategic ways that you want to make sure that you're making it easier. And that's when you make it easier for them, you are elevating the customer experience. And technology can really help you with that. And it actually makes me sad when businesses dismiss digital technology. Yes, I had to find a picture with the tears on it to make it a little bit far. Yeah, because here's the thing. I love word of mouth. I love building relationship, like what I've said, right? But remember, the next buyer of our businesses are technology driven. The first thing they do is that, where are you on Instagram? Like, can I see like what's going on? Can I purchase it is easily, right? Can I go to your website? It's easily. So you want to make sure that the next buyers are really easy for them to buy, and technology, their phone is very powerful. So think of this way. This is basically how at times system and technology comes together. It comes from, for example, social media platform, or you did a Facebook or a Google ad, or you even did a simple traditional marketing like a flyer. You know how why businesses started to really have the QCR code? Because it's so easier. Like it's so easier to put my phone, my camera, click on that one and be redirected, right? So you kind of want to make use of those things. Where do you want to send them? You have a landing page or funnels. I talk a lot of businesses know really website. I talk more on funnels and landing pages. The reason for that, funnels and landing pages are targeted to a core message, a product that you're selling, and a clear call to action, and lesser distraction. Because when you go website, right, you see a tab here, the tab here, the tab here, the tab here. It's just way too much. So that is one thing that you want to do. Then you want to make sure that you capture those leads using a customer relationship management, or what you call a CRM. And then I know sometimes we're a solo entrepreneur, Google Sheet would work, if you have to, but eventually find a tool that can help you capture those leads. And then you want to make sure you make it easier to scheduling consultation, bookings. You know how it can be frustrating, but sometimes I also like it. But like, are you free next week? Wednesday. How about 8? Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, how about 10? Like, whew, this is already a 1 hour conversation, right? But what if like, oh, I'd love to meet with you. Here's my calendar. Choose a time and date that you would love to. I'd love to. Then she gets an automation, a reminder. I get a reminder. It syncs in my Google. That's just like one less activity of time negotiating, right? So think of it, make it easier again for your prospect and even for you, not just for your business, for the other person, but also for you. Of course, make it easier to accept payments and send invoice. There's a lot of tool right now, right? If you're still doing manual code or bank transfers, yes, Stripe and all the other platform are just increasing their percentage, right? But try to wait. Try to make it easier for them to purchase and give you your card. Then after that, do not forget to actually nurture after sales. So email marketing, SMS marketing, also abandoned cart. So you see how you notice that one, you are in the checkout, you place your name, and then you kind of stop because you did something else, and then you receive an email that says, "Hey Joanna, I saw that you were checking out. Is there anything else that we can do?" Right? So that's one thing that you can also incorporate in SMS and email marketing. And always remember review management. Because my experience, if I travel, the first thing that I really do is I categorize where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go restaurant, salon, or anything. The top 4.5 to 5. That's my first criteria of going to a business. If no one there, I'm gonna move into it, right? So we want to make sure that we do not forget to ask customers to give us a review, right? Of course, you have to be strategic with it. And if there is a bad review, answer. Take the time to answer those and see what's going on, right? As a business owner. So, and when you actually understand all of this, you can then leverage workflow and automation. And this is where the game is. Like all of those triggering, like this is really like, whew, are we going to break the system for this one? Like, what do we want to do? So there's just a lot of things that at times we need to do and create when it comes to this one. So when you understand your client journey, when you understand in each of the journey what marketing activity you are going to do, and then you then understand and now start to research, okay, I want the social media, but I want to make sure I post on different, what social media planner can I buy? Then you can identify, will this address, or will this platform address what I want to achieve for this marketing campaign? You see how it all ties together? Not just like, I want this, but you want to really understand where your clients are, what journey they are in, what marketing activity, and what tool you want to use. So here's an example. You can call this number if you want to, and then it will actually trigger a workflow. You can click stop if you want to, because it will just trigger that. But if you actually do that one, what will happen is it will be a feature called missed call text back. So while I am here, somebody calls my number and I cannot answer, my automation workflow behind will send a text. Sorry, I'm busy right now, but how can I help you? Right? And then after that, it will then send a link that will say, hey, want to schedule a 15-minute call? Now there's my calendar to it. Now it makes it easier, right? And then my system will then see that I miss a call from that company. Then I can just say, hey, sorry, I missed your call. How can I help you? And there's other things that you can do. I mean, with AI right now, you can integrate conversation AI exists. You just have to feed them keywords that will say, if they say, hey, I want to book, for example, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, something like that. Then the system will say, oh, she means she needs a calendar. Like, where are you at? Where are you located? Where are you? X, Y, and Z. So the where you means, oh, she's asking for the address. You then feed it to the bot and said, here is my location. So these are like some things that you can incorporate, right? So, but the challenge is, I have to be honest. Yes, we want to understand our client journey. We want to identify key marketing things, and we need to tie up technology with that. But choosing the right platform can really be overwhelming. Like, trust me, Google, like, calendar setting, it will do all of this one, right? And then it costs you X, Y, and Z, 39 per month, 39 X, Y, and Z, 29%, 29%, $29. So it can really be overwhelming. Technology overwhelm, it is true. As a business owner, we wear multiple hats. My gosh, the amount of hats we wear, and here's another technology that we're gonna figure out. But again, right, when you know what you want to achieve on each of your client journey, you are then able to filter out or identify whether this technology can actually help me with my marketing and sales acquisition. Because at the end of the day, technology should be helping us, not overwhelming us. But when we first start, I build website, we create all of these things, we offer workflow and automation. It can still be overwhelming. Like, every answer, sometimes question of a client, I always say, like, let me get back to you just to make sure, that developers, or they can understand what you want to achieve, right? So it can really be true that it is overwhelming. And at times, the cost of each platform is just so expensive. If you combine a calendar, if you combine a website, if you combine all of this, it can really be way too much. So you want to actually identify, what if you can bring this all together in one system, right? Activities that you can acquire, you can attract, nurture, convert, engage under the acquisition part. What if there is going to be ways that you can create retention through email marketing, SM marketing, that you don't have to break down the cost on each of the software, right? What if there is that? So what if you can bring this all together that we have discussed? Wouldn't it be nice, right? It can be overwhelming when, oh my gosh, this whole system can really do it. Now it's so robust, but I just need this. I always tell my clients, let's start with your first pain point. Let's address that, and then move on and move on and move on until such time that you have the whole technology ecosystem for your business, because that is the main goal that we would love to achieve, right? Because the old way can really be overwhelming. It can really be overwhelming. So what if you have the new way, right? So now the question would always boil down, when you understand this, like any other business, even me, when it comes to decision making, would cost matter? Yes, it can be, depending on where, in what stage I am in a business, right? But then me, I always say, okay, what's my ROI? If I spend this one, it can automate this, it will save me time. It's always, do you have the time or do you have the resources? Which? If you don't have both, then you kind of just do it manually first. And this is actually also the beauty of being, like, maybe in the first year or second year in your business, that you do manual at times, is that you end up understanding how the flow is. Because there was a time I had experience, maybe beginning of the year, I was like, I want a virtual assistant. So I hired one, but then I was like, now what are you going to do? Like, you know what? Because I was not able to further understand. I was so eager to delegate or to optimize or to automate things without further understanding how key things want to work in. So we started from scratch, building our SOP through multiple Google Sheets, automating like how our proposal will be sent out, what are the wordings. Okay, when we send that what out, are we going to send a calendar? Are we going to do mountain? So when I further understand that, I then figure it out. I need a calendar system. I need a proposal wherein they can electronically sign a contract. So you see, when you do that one, it just makes sense. So it takes a little bit more of understanding, right? And would streamlining help? Would that really help you a lot in your business as well? When you use these technologies, will it help your client journey? If your answer is yes, that's perfect, right? Then you can start looking into the technologies that can really help you. Because in this year, moving forward, we need to basically consistently generate leads. That's our number one thing. Consistently nurture leads into bookings. We want to transform this conversation into bookings. Consistently turn bookings into sales. Hey, that's where we're not in business if we don't have sales, right? That's what they said. Turning this sales into reviews, because reviews does influence the buying of other people. Then they become in your first end cycle, right? And then consistently turn sales into repeat buyers. That's what we want to do. That's why you have the acquisition and the retention part of your client journey. And when you decide to make technology a tool, it can really help your business. So the main question is, are you ready to invest in a platform to help you streamline and automate? That's just a question. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, maybe next year, right? Just ask that question. And if your answer is yes, yay, I have that jump. I really enjoyed that one. So like, I need to make this a bit fun, right? If your answer is yes, you can visit me at my booth. Just have a conversation. I'd love to do that one. Just a simple, that's my mission right now, is just to have conversation and how I can help or we can help or I can advise, right? And yeah, if you have any question as well, we can have that room. I've given that in that time. I really practiced the time so good, like yay, because my husband always say, do it slow and a little bit more time and pause. I was like, I hope he's proud of me. I hope so, right? So of course we'll go back, but if you want to book also a marketing audit and a client journey consultation, you can screen that. You can just capture that. If not, feel free to visit me in my booth. I'd love to have that one. So the first thing that you will see there is actually just an opt-in. So basically I'm automating things, right? I'm asking for your name and email. It will send you a PDF and then it will redirect you to a calendar if you want to further talk with me, right? And then of course, you can schedule a demo with me with EmpowrSoft and what we offer. So we are an all-in-one system and platform solution that helps you with your sales and marketing platform or efforts. And then we provide website and marketing services as well. So if you want us to do all-in-one, that is where we can come in. And so I'll just take this opportunity if you have any question or any idea that you would love to kind of share. Well, first off, thank you so much for spending this few hours with me. I really appreciate it. Again, EmpowrSoft, Joanna Sherrow, it's an honor to present today. Thank you. Thank you.